Enough sleep, a good diet, and exercise. It's no secret that these are key to our health and well-being. But a new study shows that these lifestyle factors are also key in preventing depression. Joining us now is the lead co-author of that report, Professor Jerome Sarris from the NICM Health Research Institute at Western Sydney University. Jerome, thank you very much for joining us today. Can you talk us through which lifestyle habits were associated with a depressed mood?
Well, we conducted an analysis of about 85,000 people using the UK Biobank database, and what really came through as quite strong, compelling evidence was that there were 6 lifestyle factors which did have an influence on increasing people's depressive mood. And these involved having a healthy diet, or should I say in some cases a less healthy diet, having adequate physical activity, but also critically having optimal sleep at about 7 to 9 hours a night, as well as ideally having less screen time. That in concert with ideally reducing or limiting tobacco intake. All these factors had an influence on people's mental health and in particular their level of depression symptoms. I think the take-home message here is good lifestyle medicine practices for physical health but also mental health.
So what surprised you the most about the findings?
Well, I think most people are aware that, doing an average amount or a reasonable amount of physical activity a week is important in regards to maintaining good mental health. We have some data which is showing increasingly that the influence of a whole food, good quality diet also may impact mood. But what was surprising was that the combination of the negative impact of excessive screen time in concert with people not having optimal sleep also had a very strong effect on increasing depression levels.
Now, in people with a depressed mood, the study found that alcohol was beneficial in reducing the levels of depression. Does that mean alcohol helps?
That was, I must say, a surprise finding. Now, other data has shown that alcohol can actually exacerbate depressed mood. Our sense is based on this data, and we're certainly not advising people to go out binge drinking or anything like that, but I think it just points to the fact that some people with depression may use alcohol in a self-medicating manner. And that perhaps for some people, occasionally consuming alcohol in moderation may be one of the factors which they might find from a self-medicating perspective may be beneficial for their mood. But we're certainly not advising people to binge drink.
And what about smoking?
Smoking, like has been revealed in other data sets, that there is a relationship between people who do smoke tobacco having a greater prevalence of depression symptoms. And there may be various neurological factors to why that is. Certainly people who are addicted to nicotine are constantly under the insult of trying to feed that addiction, and that can have a range of mental health consequences.
Well, let's talk about sleep. What happens when we don't get enough of it?
It's not always about duration by itself. It's also about the quality of sleep. So if people aren't getting good quality sleep and an adequate duration, it can be a range of neurochemical effects which can occur. Certainly over time, you can get a rise in a hormone called cortisol, and that in itself can impede neurogenesis, or literally the growth of some of our brain neurons. That in turn can have a relationship to do with people having a greater prevalence of depressed mood. Of course, raised cortisol also, which may occur in people who have really low levels of quality sleep, may also increase weight gain. So if you get people with excessive weight gain and metabolic issues, that also can affect other things such as self-esteem, and also can increase lethargy, and thereby the person may end up doing less physical activity, may have a poorer diet. And you can see how the corollary of various lifestyle factors can really have a strong effect on people's mood.
Yeah, sleep is the big one for me. And if you're like me and struggle to get enough sleep, here's some top tips from Sleep HQ's Katie Bridle. How well did you sleep last night? Now, if you need a bit of help to get some good quality sleep, keep watching.
A regular wake-up time is actually more important than a regular bedtime because this sets our body clock and this helps us to have good quality sleep at night. We crave more unhealthy foods when we're not well slept. Our exercise isn't efficient, we can't burn fat efficiently, so if you're trying to get fit, then if you're sleep deprived, we're burning muscle more than fat. We're also more open and more at risk to colds, sickness, disease. It throws our body clocks, and by the time it comes to Sunday night, we haven't had enough wake hours to be able to fall asleep. The quality of sleep is really more important in terms of our health. So protecting your sleep environment, making sure it's quiet, making sure it's dark, keeping technology out of the bedroom, keeping your bedroom as a calm sanctuary that you can retreat to every single night. That makes a big, big difference. If you're someone that struggles to sleep at night, has any insomnia, problems getting to sleep or staying asleep, avoid the naps completely. If you're someone that loves a nap and you don't have any problems sleeping, then take a nap. What's quite important is to keep it in the earlier part of the day, so before 3 p.m, to not impact on your nighttime sleep. If you keep pressing snooze, you basically have half an hour or however long you snooze of really bad interrupted quality sleep. If you set your alarm for the final time you need to wake up, you have half an hour of good quality sleep. Hot bath or hot shower really helps around an hour before sleep because it raises initially our temperature, but then afterwards we get this drop in temperature, core body temperature, which is really crucial to initiate the sleep process.
Professor Jerome Sarris, thank you very much for joining us.